guys, this is Jerry from Fight Commentary Breakdowns. By the way, a lot of you mentioned this is a mic, okay? A lot of you keep wondering what this is. This is to prevent popping sounds. So when I go anything poof, pop, punch, it doesn't explode the mic. So many of you might wonder, why am I covering this again? Well, when I first covered this back in the day, I didn't get all the information correct. I care about getting the information correct. So let's go through this more in depth. So for those of you that remembered this on my channel, this started appearing to me, I believe in 2020, but this event actually happened in 2019. In fact, it happened in July of 2019. The little guy, his name is You Zhao Lin. In my original coverage, I said he's more like a Charlie Zelenoff type character, which is not completely true. He does do these dumb challenges, but he has no skill. Charlie Zelenoff is not a good boxer, right? But he can box your head off if you're not careful. This guy, I don't think, has had a day of martial arts training. So that was an incorrect comparison. A better comparison would be YouTube prankster that's never ever had martial arts training deciding to challenge an MMA guy. Now the big tatted up scary looking dude, he is an internet celebrity and the owner of a very famous franchise gym. People call him Guanzhang, gym owner, and his name is Chen Zhihan. A lot of people in the West know him as Holger, and he's done MMA. I don't think in my original video calling him an MMA professional is the right word. Yes, he makes a living promoting MMA. Yes, he makes a living partly in the martial arts. I don't think his skill level is there to be called a professional. Again, it goes back to what you define as professional. There's the make money. That's what professional means, or it's, okay, he's got a certain skill level. So yes, he makes money, but is he at the skill level of a pro MMA fighter? Usually, I don't think so. Doesn't mean he's not formidable. I mean, you can tell he's very scary looking. And in fact, this is something that many of you told me in the comments. Apparently, before getting into legitimate business, he was in some kind of triad thing for a while.
3分钟哦，好，一回合3分钟哦，好。
So some of you might ask, why? Why would you challenge such a scary guy? Now, from my understanding of this scrawny dude, his nickname is Eat, S-H-I-T, brother. 吃屎哥. The reason why he's called that is because I believe one time in a live stream, he actually ate number 2. So he's known in Taiwan as just being that type of clown. He just does random dumb things. Like I remember one video I saw, he just followed around some pretty girl for just kind of stalking her, like really doing weird stuff. So he's known as just doing stuff, brainless stuff, mindless stuff. And I guess this is the next in line of him doing dumb stuff. You know, a lot of these YouTube pranksters do similar dumb things, right? But that still doesn't answer why did he challenge Holger. For my understanding, and I had to really dig deep into some reports, Holger being a very outspoken personality, you know, he's got a lot of followers and everything. He's got a lot of views on issues. He gets challenged a lot by people. A lot of people get into feuds with him, and sometimes there's words and plans made, but nobody shows up. So our man here, Mr. Yo, decided, you know what? None of you are going to show up. I'm going to show you who's a real man. I'm going to show up. I'm going to show up with no martial arts training. Once we keep watching, you'll see he might have read something from a fantasy novel because he tries to pull a move from a fantasy Chinese novel. I remember when we first all watched that together, the moment we saw him strike like that, we knew, okay, this is not going to go well. This is a joke fight. And watch what he says next. So besides the puny punches, he does a 九阴白骨爪. Sometimes, depending on what dialect of Mandarin, it might be 九阴白骨爪. That is from a bunch of fictional novels, probably initially created by Jin Yong, aka Louis Cha. I don't know how he figured out those movements, whether it was from a fake master, he just made it up himself, but he decided to try to implement a fictional system from a bunch of fantasy pugilist novels. So before he could even finish uttering his power, Holger Chen just boom, pummels him with a bunch of kicks. And as you can tell, there's some tough, hard kicks because our man's actually wearing a body pad, right? And still he goes down. He's never been kicked like that before, especially in the legs, right? He's not wearing any leg protection. I can't even imagine how much that hurt him. So this was technically MMA rules, but they had boxing gloves. But technically, Holger could have ground and pounded him if he really wanted to. But Holger lets him up to keep hitting him striking wise. So obviously, if I were the ref, maybe I would step in already. But apparently one of the rules that they signed was only verbal submission. So someone had to verbally say, I give up. So until then, Holger can keep just letting him up and hitting him more until he goes down again. Now that you rewatch it a second time, you actually realize that Holger's being very, very merciful. It's kind of like, remember when Xu Xiaodong took on the Kung Fu master who had his eyes completely bandaged? After that, Xu Xiaodong just went for his legs or just kept chopping with low kicks. This is what Holger's doing. Holger's being merciful. He's not really attacking the face and not attacking the body, just kicking at his legs, being like, yeah, he might not be able to walk for a little bit, but he'll recover. Some of you watching with me initially when I first covered this mentioned that this kick might have hit him in the NUTS. So whether it hit him there or not, I think that was the last straw, right? Even if it were just the leg can only take so many leg hits. I mean, you guys watched the low kick championship and my coverage, you know. So again, it looks like he's down, right? No way to continue. Remember the rules, he has to verbally submit. So you guys let me know, is it worth it to get a lot of viral clicks, to get so much publicity by basically getting beaten to a pulp, right? I mean, we found out about it in the West, and in fact, it made such an impression on me that I went and did more research years later, right? He's forever etched in my mind. So do you think that's worth it? I don't know how many days after this occurred, he was in a wheelchair, so he was not able to walk for a while. You know, eventually he recovered, right? And from what I know, he's still trolling, doing his kind of thing. I don't know if he makes money doing this. I assume he does, right? Else why would he do it? I mean, some people just do it for fun, but is it worth it? Is it worth it to be known as the guy that took on a scary looking MMA guy and got leg kicked to oblivion? You guys let me know, man. I know every time I recover something, give more information, people like it, right? So what other things should we recover, give more information on? Let me know, guys. And Taiwanese viewers, if you have more information on how this guy's doing, what happened before this, etc., what happened during this, let me know. Please put it in the comments. Thank you guys so much. We will explore more stuff soon. Holger and our man, Mr. Eat Number 2 guy, if you want to interview with me anytime, let me know. If anyone can put me in touch with them, let me know too. Okay, guys, talk to you soon.